and game as what is going on? My name is Keysworn, and some of you may know me as Tanek127 Gaming, and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video, I want to give y'all a little settings video for Wuchang Fallen Feathers on the console platforms. We're mainly playing on PlayStation 5 base, but this will apply to most, if not all, consoles. However, if you want to stay updated on all things Wuchang, make sure you're liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you are new, and let's go ahead and get right on into it. So, before we do, I do want to give a special thank you and a special shout out to 505 Games for hooking me up with early access to Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Now, what I'm going to show you guys here is going to be some of the best graphical settings I recommend for playing Wuchang. So far, I have cleared one boss in the game. I've spent about 2 or 3 hours on it. I've messed around with all the different settings, and this is what I find to be the best, at least for me and my situation. I'm playing on a 1440p 144Hz monitor with a base PlayStation 5, so to each their own, just keep those things in mind. Now, I'm going to imagine that most of these graphic settings are similar between the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. I do know the PS5 Pro gives you slightly higher frame rates on each setting. So for example, I know the FPS mode on the Pro gives you like 80 FPS instead of 60. I know the balance mode gives you 60 and the quality mode gives you 40 or something like that. But yeah, these are the graphic settings I'm currently using on the base PlayStation 5 right now. I have it set to prioritize FPS. The two modes I would recommend are either prioritizing FPS or balance. Do not use graphics because you're going to need that higher frame rate for some of the combat in this game. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. However, if you do use balanced, make sure you turn lock FPS on, because balance will get really wonky, especially on a base PlayStation 5 if you don't go ahead and lock the frame rate. That helps just keep it more stable. Take your sharpening and turn it all the way up to 10. Turn off the motion blur and put your depth of field at low. This way, so it's not blurring out the picture in the background so much, but it's still doing it a little bit, so that way you get some of that extra graphical fidelity to help with the game's frame rate. And one other thing I wanted to show you guys as well to help you get the best visuals as possible and make the game look as smooth as it can be. Turn the screen vibration completely off. This is also known as screen shake. It makes the game shake whenever you attack or you get hit and stuff like that, and it just makes the game look more frame rate intensive and everything overall, and just makes things look a lot more framing. Like, imagine your game's already jumping frames and the screen is shaking too. Just no. Even if you're playing on a high-end PC, turn that off so so your game looks even smoother. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the best graphical settings I recommend for the consoles. For the Xbox Series S, I'm going to imagine that it probably only has a few other options, so we'll make a separate video on that. If you guys want me to, let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, y'all enjoyed today's video, smash that like. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.